Hi everyone, I hope everything is good with you. Okay, today we are going to continue our unit 3 and this is the fourth lesson. Okay, in fourth lesson we are going to have phonics. Let's see this slide with phonics. Of course, you know you love this part of the unit, the phonics stuff. Okay, we have today a group of letters which is T-I-O-N. If you open your book, page 36, you will find this, okay? And the first picture, it's nutrition. So the T-I-O-N, this group of letters together, it's pronounced like shen, shen, again, shen, okay? So, and mainly, or mostly, it comes at the end of the word, like this one, nutrition, digestion. And we have also fiction. Fiction is the not real. Fiction means not real. Okay, if you read a story with a talking animal and or a talking bird, this is not real. So it's fiction story. Pollution. If you look to the picture of the pollution, you will see what does it mean, pollution. This is something bad into the air or in the water or around us in the streets when we throw a lot of garbage or trash in the street or when the cars bring out some smoke in the air. So this is pollution. The last picture is fire station. So we have now nutrition, digestion, fiction, pollution, fire station. Okay, now you can see a lot of words with this and you can read them well. Okay, we have again here in the next slide with shen sound, we have a lot of words with shen sound like action, addition, caution, celebration, definition, description, direction, education, location, motion, nation, position, question, solution, station, subtraction, vacation, and of course you can find more and more from these words if you search for it. Next slide. So after the phonics part, we're going to the information part. Let's read together in page 37. Let's read together, listen, and concentrate. It is important to eat the right food. As you know, all the previous units we talk about our health and how to eat healthy food. So it is important to eat the right food. But it is also important to look after food to keep it fresh and safe. How to keep the food fresh? Okay. We need to preserve and store food. We need to preserve and store food. If we don't store food properly, it can go bad. It can go bad. For example, if you have some fruit or some vegetables and you left it into the air or in the kitchen for a week, it will go bad. But if you put it in the fridge, so it will keep it fresh. So this is the way you preserve and store food. Okay. And this makes us sick. If you eat this unfresh food, it will make you sick. Now, we can use fridges and freezers. Today, we have in all the houses, in all our houses, we have freezers and fridges to keep or preserve the food. These need electricity to work. Electricity is very important for us. Everything works with electricity. Our TV works with electricity. The light works with electricity. Fridges and freezers and everything around us. Okay? So how can we preserve food if we don't have electricity? There are some ways, by the way. And how did people preserve food in the past? Let's get to know that. In the past, the people didn't have fridges or electricity to work with, for the fridges to work with. So they had to do something to preserve their food. So we have 4 ways now. The first one, fire. Look at number 1 in your page. Fire, people used fire to make smoked meat and fish. We used this a long time ago and we still use it up till now, okay? So fire is one of the ways we preserve food. Make smoked meat and fish. Number 2, salt. Salt, we can add salt to food to preserve it. We can add salt to food to preserve it. It takes out the water, and people use this all over the world for meat and fish too. So you can add a lot of salt for the food to take out the water from it so it can keep it for a long time. The third way to preserve food is drying. Number 3 is drying. We can dry fruit in the sun. We can dry fruit in the sun, like dried apples, figs, grapes, bananas, and mangoes are all delicious. When we dry fruit, it takes out the water and keeps the nutrients. The fruit is sweet. The fruit is sweet and delicious, and it's healthy because we don't add sugar. So dried fruit are very healthy because we don't add sugar to it, and they keep their vitamins and nutrients inside. The fourth way to preserve the food, containers. Containers, there are different ways of storing food in containers, and the container is the thing you put something inside it. So anything have something inside, this is a container, okay? Like the bottle of your water, it's a container of water, okay? Like the pencil case, it's a container of pencils and pens. So the container is something you put something inside it. Okay, we have 2 different types of containers, like deer pots and cans and jars. The deer pots, let's read about them. Thousands of years ago, people invented deer pots to keep food fresh. So thousands of years ago, this was in the past. The food is inside one ceramic pot. This pot is put inside a bigger ceramic pot. So it's 2 pots inside each other, one small and one bigger. And between the small and the big, there is sand. You put sand between the 2 pots, then put water in the sand. The water takes the heat away and the food stays cool. This is another way of preserving the food. Cans and jars. People also use cans and jars to preserve food. You put the food in a liquid with salt and close the can. No air gets into the jar or can, and the food lasts for years. This is another way. So we have 4 ways to preserve the food. First one, fire, as you see in the pictures. A is, you have here A, B, C, and D pictures. So we can do it together. A is done for you is 3, with way number 3. This is drying. B, this is number 2, salt, yes. And C is the containers, number 4. And this one, the D is with 1. This is fire, okay? So those are the 4 ways of preserving the food. If you go to the next slide, you will see some different ways of preserving the food, like freezing. You see the first picture, freezing peas. The green peas, we can put it in the freezer to keep it fresh for a long time. Salting, to put a lot of salt on the vegetables, like the lemon, the pickled lemon. And pickling like cucumber. We have a lot of fruits can be pickled, okay? Pepper, cucumber, lemon. Drying to put the vegetables the fruits and sometimes fish in the sun to take out the water from it to be dried, okay? And the adding of sugar, also this is another way to preserve food. Okay, this is the end of our lesson. Thank you and bye-bye.